How's it going, everyone? In this video, we are going to get started with some music theory. I hope you're excited to learn because I am excited to show. So, let's get started. At the top, we have our title. And this is a typical title that you'd see in classical music. Prelude, Opus 28, number 7. Top middle. On the bottom right over here, we have our composer. Popular composer Frédéric Chopin, not Chopin. And over here, we typically put our tempo. So in today's music, you'd see the tempo expressed in numbers like 120 beats per minute, or it'll say something like slowly or funky. But in this case, it says andantino, which is related to the word andante, which is a walking speed. So andantino is it's understood as slightly faster than a walking speed, maybe like a brisk walk if you want to think about it like that. And that's pretty typical in classical music. It's seen as a Italian word. So getting into the meat of this piece of music, we have our staff. Our staff is where we write the music. This is our canvas. And this is showing what a piano player would be playing. So every staff begins with a clef. So this symbol right here, this is our treble. Treble clef. And this symbol right here, this is our bass clef. So treble clef goes on the top, bass clef goes on the bottom, and these things together, that's called the grand staff. This is the treble clef staff, this is the bass clef staff, and together they are called the grand staff. Next, we have our key signature. We'll just put key for now. This tells us what key we're in, what notes we're playing, or what group of notes we're playing. We'll get into keys in many different videos, but right now just know that this right here, that's our key. And after our key, you see these two numbers. This says 3, 4, 3 on the top, 4 on the bottom. This is our time signature. Just put time, that's what I say, time signature. Time signature. This basically tells you how many beats are going in each measure and which beat is receiving which note is getting one beat. If you don't understand what I just said, it's okay. We'll go over that in a different video as well. But just know that clefs or staffs begin with clefs, treble on top, bass on the bottom, followed by a key, followed by a key signature. And every piece of music will end with this right here. We have a thin line followed by a thick line. And that shows that that's the end of the piece of music. So as you can see, there's two lines of this music, right? We have this one line right here, read left to right. Over here we have read left to right. But it's divided. You see these lines? This is dividing the staff into bars or measures. So right here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 bars on the top. And if you see this little number, it's actually an 8. So it's saying that this is the 8th bar. So you don't have to count. Like if we mess up in the piece of music, I say, hey, let's go to bar 10. Instead of counting, you already know this is bar 8, so this is bar 10. So it's an easy way to see where we are in the piece of music, and the piece of music is not just like one giant line. It's divided, and it's also ties back in with its time signature. How many beats go in each measure? So those are the basic things that you should see in a piece of music. If you don't see these things in a piece of music, you should start to question what you're even looking at. Sounds good? Sounds good. Alright, let's look at another one. The Star Spangled Banner. So again, at the top, we have our title. Over here, music by John Stafford Smith, composer. Over here, however, we have lyrics. Lyrics by Francis Scott Key, right? Oh, say, can you see? Credit given to both people. We don't have a tempo in this song. Maybe, I mean, it's really up to whoever's writing the piece of music or whoever put the music on this piece of paper. But the Star Spangled Banner maybe doesn't need a tempo. People already know how it goes. It's really up to you how fast it should go. But it's also not. It doesn't have a bass clef, right? So this already this just has the treble clef. It has your key, right? You have a treble clef. We have our key right here, and we have our time signature. But we don't have the bass clef. So something like this is called a lead sheet. Lead sheet. Lead sheet gives you the basic things that musicians need, or whoever is playing this music, what they need to play the song. So you have the melody, sung by the singer, or if you just have a guitar player, he'll just be playing those notes. And you have the rhythm, you have the chords behind the music, the background music, while the melody is going on. And it doesn't tell the musicians exactly what to play. It just tells them that they should be playing a B flat chord, G minor chord, but it doesn't tell you exactly what notes to play. So it gives musicians more freedom to play their instrument, to play what they want. You typically see this in jazz music. You'll just have lead sheets. It's just a bunch of chords, it's a bunch of melodies, and that's all you really need to play this piece of music. And again, right here we have our end. Thin line, thick line. So yeah, those are the basic elements. Remember, we have our title on the top, composer over here, clef, key signature, time signature. And you have the basics of music notation.